What up, my people? I'm Chad Ricardo.
And I'm Marquez Davila.
And welcome to The Rundown. Now, The Rundown, this is an opportunity that is going to be brought to you every couple of weeks here, where we're going to give you a rundown of everything that's going down here at the St. James. We're talking about all of the sports. We're talking about all of the events. We're going to keep you informed on what you need to know that is happening right here at the Mecca, otherwise known as the St. James. Quest, talk to us about the sports that go down here.
We've got basketball, we've got football, we've got hockey, and it's just a plethora of all good things for all ages too, starting as young as 4 and 5, all the way up to seniors who are 16, 17 years old. Everyone has an opportunity here in Springfield, Virginia at the St. James.
All sports underneath the sun that are showcased right here for all of those age groups, all of those classifications. But let's go ahead and can we start with football, Quiz?
We certainly can.
I want to talk about football. I want to talk about Friday Night Lights because I have seen this Friday Night Lights platform grow exponentially over the last few years. Can you remember your first time seeing a football game here at the St. James?
My first time, 3 years ago, we had the Rock Creek Christian Academy against Mount Zion Prep, but also one of the times that we were here, myself had a pretty big highlight that went viral that you posted that made the Fox 5 top 5 with Murray, a school we'll talk about later on, that's playing on Thursday this week.
And for myself, it actually started with youth football. For me, I saw the Maryland Heat as they played an OG Duck squad that came all the way from California, and the only place that they wanted to play was right here at the St. James. You look back at the Friday Night Lights platform, this is something that began back in 2020, and at that point in time, there were between 3 to 5 games, now all the way up to 15 games. This is providing opportunities for some schools that may not have a home field, an opportunity for other schools who want to up the level of their home field for special opportunities, but it all goes down here, and it's an outstanding atmosphere.
We've seen schools like DeMatha, St. Francis, Mount Zion Prep. These schools, they may not have their own home field or it's under reconstruction, but nevertheless, they called it their second home because of how nice the facilities are, how welcoming the St. James community is to have these big football games here on Thursday and Friday nights. And it's just really, really a culmination of the epicenter that is the St. James, where everything is football and all sports under the sun, like you said, Chad.
I totally agree with that, and I'm telling you, just to the point that you're making, when you're in here in this facility and the fans get going and that stadium gets rocking out here, it feels like a collegiate atmosphere all right here at the Mecca that is the St. James. So that's Friday Night Lights and the expansion that has occurred from that football point of view. Want to talk about Thursday Night Lights, though, brother, because we got something very special going down this week with Thursday Night Lights. It's going to be a doubleheader. It's definitely something that you want to tap into. But Quest, before you break down those games, we got to talk about what's going on before kickoff. This is a tailgate special brought to you by Sheehy.
Tailgating, man. High school, college, or NFL, who doesn't love a good tailgate? Especially on Thursday. You're going to have a good time. There's going to be pregame festivities for both teams, and Sheehy's come and show out and show you why they come to the St. James and bring the best for the pregame tailgate.
That's right. So starting off at 4 o'clock right here in the parking lot, again sponsored by Sheehy, there's going to be music. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be set live music to be even more specific in Quest. I know that we love football, but do you like cornhole?
I love cornhole.
We're going to be playing cornhole in the parking lot here at the St. James as well. That's all going down on Thursday. It's all brought to you by Sheehy. This is the place to be, but now we got to talk about the games. We got to talk about the games, Marquez. Now, you know, I love all student athletes of the DMV. I'm a fan of all of the schools out here in the DMV, but this is going to be a truly special atmosphere because we're talking about teams from the MAC and teams from the IAC, starting with that 4 o'clock game where we got Murray taking on St. James.
And Murray, they've played a copious amount of times here. They're very familiar with the St. James, not the opponent, but the facilities, literally and figuratively. They're a really good squad led by head coach Mike Engelberg, and who's fresh off a DC state championship. He's got his team ready. They come in at 4-1 and are led by the senior Dom Sentiawema, the running back, the straw that stirs the drink for the Frogs.
Now, what I love most about this Murray squad, and if anybody who knows Coach Engelberg, Quez, they might come out and have 18 student. They might have 18 total young men, maybe even a young lady on that football team, but they come out here, they play more than just fundamental ball. They switch things up. They get it going all over the field. Trick plays here, trick plays there, big hits here and there, but somehow at the end of the day, this Murray squad tends to get it done.
They do, and they are one of the few teams at the high school level that we see that utilizes special teams. They won a state championship with a game-winning field goal that we had the call on last season, right. And just a really good, fundamentally sound team. Head coach Mike Engelberg had a son that played for the team. Right. Now he has graduated, but nevertheless, he always has his team poised. He always has his team ready to go, and they're going to be going up against a great St. James team who comes in with 4 victories on the season already. So it's not going to be a cakewalk, but like I said before, they're no stranger to the St. James facilities when they've won ball games here multiple times.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, right? Because again, I love this Murray squad, and I have seen them win championships out there, but this is not a game that they can just put a W in the win column for this right now. So for the people out there, why is it that the St. James has more than a chance, but a real opportunity to compete?
Well, they've got a junior quarterback, 6'5", Mr. Gravely, Jackson Gravely.
Come on.
One of the best for his team, and he's just got the size. You can't teach size being at 6'5". Last game had 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just a few incompletions, especially when you're going against this Murray squad. You can't make a lot of mistakes, and this junior quarterback does not do that very often. He protects the ball and makes sure his team maximizes each and every possession.
4-1 Murray taking on 4-2 St. James. 2 squads that are going to throw the ball all around this building. And I know that both of these squads travel well also. Again, that's going to come into huge play on Thursday because we've got that tailgate action sponsored by Sheehy going on in the parking lot. So all of those families, get off work early, take off work, come on out here to the St. James. Be sure to pregame in that parking lot because Sheehy is bringing you all of the excitement. All right, second game that we got going on again, and this is our MAC versus IAC doubleheader going down on Thursday night. 4-1 St. Albin's taking on Episcopal. Quez, the St. Albin's team, I've seen them through the years. This is a team this year, they look stronger than normal.
Yeah, they come into the contest 4-1.
Woo!
They scoring a whopping 35 points a game. That's 5 touchdowns, Chad. They have 1 loss to a very, very good PVI football team.
Sure, yes.
But they are really, really a good football team on both sides of the ball, and they're led by their star quarterback and star receiver who's got multiple offers from Boston College,
wow,
Maryland, West Virginia. I mean, the list goes on. He's going to be a star, and he is the straw that stirs the drink for this ball club, but you can never be too ready, especially when you've got a game here on a neutral site, like you said, and it's going to be their first time playing here. So you really got to make sure the X's and O's are ready to roll.
And that's going to be the second game again of our doubleheader. So by then, this stadium is going to be all filled. It's going to be packed. We may have some hangovers from that Murray game because if you come for that Murray versus St. James game, you may as well stay for the second game. That is the beauty of the IAC versus MAC Challenge. Everybody that's going to be in attendance cares about all 4 of these teams. Episcopal not having the year thus far that they may have wanted to have, but we know that any game, any week, any Thursday, it can all turn around.
And you come into the contest with just 1 victory on the season, 3 losses. But like you said, Chad, they're really going to be making sure the game plan is to contain a Bulldog team who's coming off of a loss. And you know what they say, Chad, a hungry dog runs faster. And the Bulldogs are going to be hungry to bounce back after getting their first blemish on the season against PVI. But nevertheless, it should be a great game for both teams getting ready to showcase their great talents at the St. James wonderful facility.
Now, I love it, and all of that is going down on Thursday night. Where else are you going to see any kind of action like that? Only right here at the sports mecca that is the St. James. Come for the football games to support your student athlete, but certainly come early for that tailgate action that is brought to you by Sheehy. Quez, I'm so excited. I wish that they were kicking off right now, brother.
Hey, Thursday night, you love it. You get a little bit of a pre-4-day weekend with Columbus Day coming on Monday. So Thursday, you got to treat it like the Friday there, especially football so nice. They're going to have it twice here. 2 games, a 4 o'clock kick, and then a 7:30. You can't beat that, Chad.
Man, I see what you did there. You are a poet and you didn't even know it. Goodness gracious. That's all going down on Thursday night. Those are not the only games that are going down here at the St. James this weekend, though. On Friday, we've got the Digital Pioneer Academy versus Kip Legacy. On Saturday, we've got Richard Wright, and they're going to be taking on Connections Leadership Academy of Baltimore. That one should be a good one as well.
Richard Wright has a lot of experience here playing at the St. James. This is going to be not their first game here, so we like to see that. A team come back after having a good atmosphere and a good turnaround when you got the first game they had. But when these two teams face off, we're not going to know what to expect because both teams really don't showcase a lot until it's game time. So when you're trying to have your game plan set, neither of these teams are going to show you anything until it's time to lace them up and the kickoff is underway.
That's right. And the greatest thing about this is that you can catch out all of this action on the St. James Live, the St. James .live. You can check out all of the action at the St. James .live. That's 2 games, a doubleheader on Thursday, a game on Friday, a game on Saturday. Now, we encourage you to come on out here and watch this in person because there are very few venues who provide what you can provide right here at the St. James. But if you can't make it out, be sure to watch it at the St. James .live. All right, Quiz, let's turn the page. The St. James is launching our winter sports programming this week. They're going to be offering over 15 sports that are rolling out learn to play classes, high performance training, tournaments, and leagues, etc.
Baseball and softball winter workout program, a comprehensive training experience that caters to the specific needs and goals of young athletes preparing for high school and college. The high performance training includes speed and agility drills, strength training, mobility and flexibility work, and conditioning. Baseball and softball specific training includes hitting, pitching, and defensive skills training.
Yeah, that's not all, Quiz. The addition of our new running program, designed to develop athletes of all skill levels, from beginners to elite runners. Participants will be organized into age and skill-specific groups to ensure tailored training. For runners, this winter running conditioning program specifically prepares athletes for a spring track.
And you can learn more about this and the St. James sports offerings at thestjames.com/sports.
Also coming up, a corded spa overview for athletes and October offering. As an athlete, you can stop by Corded to get your daily sports recovery that includes cold plunge, compression boots, and Cairo. I've been looking forward to that.
And so have I, Chad. This October, you can enjoy exclusive discounts on essential recovery services, starting with massage at $125, IV therapy at just $100, and the athletic recovery service starting just at $20. Choose from options like red light therapy, cold plunge, and infrared sauna, and many more at the St. James.
Hey, Quiz, that's going to do it for us, brother. What a great day that we have had here, talking about football and all the other great things that are going down here at the St. James. But for you and you out there watching, you've got a responsibility now as well. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop your comments down there below. And Quiz, we know how important it is for everybody out there to follow the St. James on all social media platforms.
That's where everything's going to be, and this episode and the rest of the episodes of The Rundown will all be, like you said, on the YouTube channel, and we'll have previews and reels, thanks to the videographer we have, on the St. James Instagram page as well.
Now, they can find me at Real Chad Ricardo on all of my social media channels. Where can they find you?
At The Real Kez, the E is a 3. That's going to be on Instagram, but yeah, that's where they can find me.
That is what's up. And the Rundown will be brought to you every 2 weeks, so be sure to tap back in. On behalf of my main man Quiz, I am Chad Ricardo. We'll see you next time.